und mal gucken, was diese Schädel so zu erzählen haben.
What business do you have with us now? Speak up and be quick about it.
Wer seid ihr zwei genau?
I am Murray, the demonic talking skull. All pirates hear my name and tremble.
Ha! Pay no attention to that blowhard. He left his marauding days behind, along with his body.
At least I can remember my own name, not like some other skulls I could mention. And one day I shall return to the waves to unleash a new reign of chaos.
Sure you will. But for now, we provide what you might call the in-house entertainment. Telling jokes, hurling vile insults at pirate wannabes, and enthralling folks with tales of skullduggery and misdeeds.
Ja, schon abgefahren.
I'm just here for the insults. You stink, ugly.
We're still workshopping some of our materials.
Gefällt es dir, als Dekoration verwendet zu werden?
I am no mere decoration. We are the esteemed Skulls of Scum, stars of the most disreputable tavern on Melee Island.
Aye, this be a place so foul, even the roaches have to hold their breath. The floorboards are rotten, the tankards are rusty.
And half the customers will run you through just for the fun of it. What's not to enjoy?
In all my centuries, I've never found a better place to hang my head. Excuse me. I've got something in my eye hole.
Oh, don't you dare start blubbering. You can be so embarrassing sometimes.
Ich bin nur ein mächtiger Pirat.
Well, maybe that holds true somewhere like the Sea of Thieves. But pirates in these parts hold themselves to a different standard. Time was, you could earn the approval of the pirate leaders here by completing their 3 trials. But that was then, and this is now. The only way they'll respect you is if the governor himself declares you to be a worthy pirate.
Good luck with that. Threepwood's not set foot out of that mansion for almost a year. His guards keep things running smoothly.
Ein Jahr, bist du sicher, dass es ihm gut geht?
Of course. What could happen to the legend of Monkey Island? If you ask me, he and his missus are off on some grand adventure.
And if you ask me, Threepwood's gotten himself locked in a closet somewhere. And good riddance.
Just ignore him. If anyone knows how to meet the governor, it'll be that set of salty sea dogs over yonder. If you've yet to do so, you should go and say hello.
Alle Leute in dieser Stadt scheinen vom Gouverneur besessen zu sein.
Aye, that they be. They've got their own pirate lord nowadays. And his name is Governor Guybrush.
I told you not to use his name. It gives me a toothache.
Okay, vielleicht nicht die ganze Stadt.
You'll have to forgive Murray. He and the governor had a falling out a while back. Something to do with a missing arm.
Missing? It was an act of theft and wanton dismemberment, and one day I shall exact my demonic vengeance. Of course, these gullible fools may think of him as a legend, but I am not deceived. I have spent years plotting my retribution. However, the customers and I have formed an eternal bond. They will never let me leave, not unless someone can provide a replacement.
Hey, you leave that skull alone. He's got a job to do.
Sehr gut. Gut, okay, hier können wir wohl erstmal nichts mehr machen. Ups. Dann marschieren wir mal raus. Gucken uns weiter um. Ja, die Scum. Wenn wir es holen kann, da haben wir auch schon gerade, da haben wir auch schon geguckt. Oh, dann gehen wir mal durch den Torbogen. Ah, sehr schön ausgeschmückt. Wie gesagt, diese Atmosphäre fängt es wirklich perfekt ein. Ah, der Kartenverkäufer. Die Perspektive hier ist auch einigen sicherlich richtig gut in Erinnerung geblieben.
Hey now, supplies of the Legend of Monkey Island figurine set are still limited. So there's a long waiting list, and your name is not even on it. That's a cute stuffed toy modeled after the three-headed monkey of Monkey Island. Very popular with kids and animals, or so I'm told. Sorry, but these items here, they're display models, not for sale. Hey, it's not my fault these Legend of Monkey Island action figures are hot property. My latest shipment got sunk down at the docks just as it arrived.
Ich versuche diese Legende zu treffen.
Oh, then you need an exclusive Legend of Monkey Island meet and greet ticket. One of which I just so happen to have. Only one in existence. But I can tell just by looking at you that you can't afford such a sought-after item. Maybe we can work out some kind of deal. Tell you what, if you can bring me my missing cargo, I'll not only give you the ticket free of charge, I'll be able to sell you some other mementos. Deal? Deal.
Klingt
Now,
gut.
get going.
Klingt gut. Ah, ja, gut.
This unfriendly character handles some of the more unsavory deals on Melee Island. He's a useful guy to know. I wonder where he got that fancy coat.
You lost? Well, then you come to the right pirates. We know pretty much everything that happens here on Melee Island.
Wo bekomme ich was zu
At
essen?
this time of night? Well, probably the only place with an open kitchen would be the Scum Bar. But good luck getting inside. The chef's a real stickler for the rules. If you're not the new assistant cook he's hired, you aren't getting anywhere near the cooking pot. Well, you could try begging a gunpowder gummy off of one of the governor's guards, but it might be the last thing you ever chew.
Wo kann man die Aussicht am besten bewundern?
Up by the island lookout, no question. There's a pathway that leads to him just outside of the village. If the weather weren't so strange lately, you'd be able to see all the way across the island. Not much reason to head up there, though. Unless you're planning to swindle a few pieces of 8 out of the lookout.
Ja, das haben wir schon gemacht. Den haben wir schon abgezogen. Ich bin auf der Suche nach einem versunkenen
Now
Schatz.
then, you're in luck. A ship full of valuables went down in the harbor here not so long ago. course, even if you could find a way to raise its cargo up out of the water, you'd need the proper tools to crack it open.
Oh ja, die brauchen wir. Das Werkzeug brauchen wir.
Some parts of the town are still being renovated. Who knows? Maybe you can swipe what you need.
Oh, those poor doggies.
Du scheinst glücklich zu sein.
I can't help it. There's just something about these guys that cracks me up.
Was war mit den Hunden?
Well, it's very sad, actually. The governor's guard dogs get tormented by the guards, you see. They've lost all the fire in their little bellies. I bet if they scarfed down a hearty meal, they'd soon be back to their nasty old selves.
Hey, du bist ein Pirat. Kennst du einige schmutzige Tricks?
Of course we do. My favorite is the old top-up trick. What you do, see, you wait for your shipmate to get distracted. Then you pour some grog from your tankard into theirs without them catching you. They'll be snoring before you know it. That's when you sneak away and leave them to foot the bill.
Let me guess. Another pirate wannabe looking for easy answers. Well, let me tell you something. We love pirate wannabes looking for easy answers.
Geht diese große Uhr richtig?
I highly doubt it. The governor hired a man to wind the mechanism, but most days he falls asleep in the scum bar and forgets. He's going to lose the clock tower key one of these days, and then, well, I suppose not much will actually change around here. It's always grog o'clock.
Ich bin wegen einiger später Einkäufe hier.
Ah, night owl, eh? Well, the general store's a little ways down the high street, but the storekeeper charges a pretty penny for his wares.
Es kann sein, dass ich ein wenig Geld habe.
Well then, here's a little tip from me to you. Pirates can't help but squirrel away their spare change. It's sort of what you might call one of those compulsive reflexes. You should check all the crates and barrels you find. You never know when you'll stumble upon someone else's pieces of eight.
Ihr seid ein verdächtig aussehender Haufen.
Of course we are! Salty old pirates through and through. But on Melee Island, that's to be expected. Most folks don't bat an eyelid at day-to-day skullduggery and the occasional keel hauling. Now, the really rotten apples, they get taken to the town jail. That old place has seen better days, though. I'm amazed the walls haven't collapsed. They say the governor hired someone to fix up the place. Last time I saw him, he was having an argument with the guards. Some kind of pay dispute.
Welche Art von Lohnstreitigkeit?
They didn't want to. Eventually, they dragged him away and there was a ruckus. Lots of screaming and falling and such like. The poor sap never even got to pack away his tools.
I don't think so, stranger. This ain't Wally's that map shop no more, and that means it's off limits to the likes of you. Gubernatorial guards only. And since I don't see no uniform, and you also look like you're alive, I'm thinking that means you ain't exactly a guard.
Okay, da kommen wir schon mal nicht rein. Ah, hier müsste eigentlich die Wahrsagerin leben.
Wait just a second. By order of the governor, mischievous potions and all forms of mojo magic are now banned here on Melee Island. That means this shop is permanently closed for business. Get it? Now move along.
Aha, Uhrenturmschlüssel, okay. Den hat ja der Typ in der Scum-Bar.
And where do you think you're going? Yeah, you and everyone else on the island. The governor's mansion is off limits to anyone who hasn't got an official invitation. Especially unwanted admirers like you. If you can't show me something to prove you're expected, you can turn right back around and skulk off like all the other pirate wannabes.
Sehr nett, sehr nett. Da kommen wir wohl nicht weiter.
Are you a visitor? It's been so long since I've had anyone but Captain Coco to talk to. Oh, there was a little misunderstanding after I came back from Monkey Island. I came in a little too fast and smashed up the jetty pretty bad.
Das haben wir auch gemacht. Wir haben auch den Steg etwas ramponiert.
But it wasn't my fault! You ever try to sail a galleon crewed entirely by monkeys? They emptied out my bananas, ran off and left me to take the blame.
Und seitdem bist du eingesperrt?
Sure have. But it's okay. I'm good friends with the legend of Monkey Island. I was even on his crew once. I'm sure he'll be along to let me out, just as soon as he's finished his important, you know. And it's not like I'm alone this time. Captain Coco and I keep one another company. If he didn't have me to talk to, he'd have lost his mind by now.
Scheint ja umgekehrt zu sein. Ist das eine Kokosnuss mit Gesicht?
Where? Oh, no. That's Captain Coco. He was my first mate on our journey back from Monkey Island. Say hello, Captain Coco.
Hello.
Ich habe so viele Fragen.
Oh, it's simple. Captain Coco and I met back when I was stranded. Our monkey crew didn't trust me back then, so he was my only friend.
And we've been inseparable ever since.
Und wenn dir mal die Rationen ausgehen?
Hey! I don't know how it is where you come from, but eating your shipmates is not okay. I'd sooner go back to snacking on rats.
Willst du, dass ich dich aus dem Gefängnis befreie?
That would be great! But I don't know how you would. The sheriff has all the keys, and I haven't seen him since the governor's guards moved in.
I don't know, Otis. Those locks look pretty rusty. I bet you could blow them wide open.
That is a great idea! Captain Coco, you are a certified genius!
Oh, shucks. You say the nicest things.
Ich werde sehen, was ich tun kann. Danke, ihr beiden.
Good luck.
Ah, guck mal, ein Tischlerhammer. Ah, ein Tischlerhammer. Mal gucken, was wir damit machen. Jetzt kann ich mal gucken, ob wir den Tischlerhammer... Ausrüstung, Tischlerhammer... Da unten ist unser Energiebalken und ich überlege gerade, wie ich diesen verfickten Hammer irgendwie wegtun kann.
Cause too much trouble and you might end up in prison. There's not much to do here except count the rats. My pal Otis seems to spend a lot of time stuck down here.
Gut, okay. Vielleicht, schauen wir uns hier nochmal um.
Want to see something hilarious? There's a pack of piranha poodles in this alley that can't stand the sound of this thing. Watch. Oh, what's the matter? Can't you reach your lovely bony din-dins? All right, that's enough, you mangy mutts. Go lay down. I said that's enough. We guard the governor now, not you pathetic pooches. So get used to it. Now move along and don't start any trouble. I'm on break. Hey, get your own snacks, you thieving pirate wannabe. Those'll burn a hole in your tongue.
Die Kirche, wer kennt sie nicht? Monkey Island 1, die berühmte Kirche. Sieht ja genauso aus wie im Game. So, wir haben einen Hammer. Ich könnte mir vorstellen, dass wir mit diesem Hammer vielleicht... aber erstmal hier schnüffeln, ob hier irgendwas ist. Wie gesagt, sieht alles... Ah, guck mal. Okay, 35 spanische Dollar haben wir. Es hat sich schon mal gelohnt, hier reinzugehen. Jetzt gucken wir mal hier zwischen den... Na, guck mal, da ist ja noch einer. Noch ein spanischer Dollar. Ja. Aber hier scheint es keine Erinnerung zu geben. Gut, gehen wir mal zurück. Vielleicht können wir mit dem Hammer ja jetzt erstmal... der Gerät aufmachen. Also die Truhe aufmachen. Eine Kiste mit wichtigen Gütern und ich glaube, der schräge Typ an der Ecke freut sich darüber.
Hey, that's my cargo. I thought it'd be fish food by now. Looks like I'm back in business. This meet and greet ticket will get you an audience with the legend of Monkey Island. Only one in existence, but I'd say you've earned it.
So, der Fortschritt des Seemannsgarns ist in deinem Missionsinventar gespeichert. Gut, dann wollen wir an dieser Stelle mal eine kleine Pause machen. Gut, die Eintrittskarte haben wir bekommen. Dann wollen wir mal an dieser Stelle speichern und sagen, bis zum nächsten Mal. Auf Wiedersehen.